And around the world, that means a whole bunch of people moving from rural areas to cities in search of power, overloading resources and grids there, and tipping our already overextended global systems into the danger zone.
Everyone in the world needs energy today. So they're either going to get it from fossil fuels, which you know are causing climate change, or they're going to get it from some kind of renewable resource. And what better thing to make it from than what's laying all around them?
Tom Price is the director of strategic initiatives for All Power Labs, a Berkeley-based collection of engineers, artists, and fabricators working on a simple mission: reimagine power delivery in the developing world.
This used to be an artist's facility where we made large-scale kinetic and pyrotechnic art, which is a way of saying we made flame-throwing robots for Burning Man. Unfortunately, the city didn't like what we were doing, and they turned off the electricity, so we had to run off-grid for 6 years. First, we tried using solar panels, then we tried using diesel generators. Then Jim, our CEO, discovered this old manual from Sweden in the 30s discussing biomass gasification. Most people don't know this, but during World War II, there were over 1 million wood gas vehicles driving around Europe because all the liquid fuel was going to the tanks and the airplanes. Gasification connects the largest system of harvesting energy, which is plants, and the largest system of using energy, the internal combustion engine. But because you can't stick a 2x4 into a carburetor, you need something in between, and that's what a gasifier is.
I was just shocked that there was this technology where you could take some junk steel tanks, and with some clever assembly of them, you could take solid materials like wood and nutshells, and you could break it down into a gaseous fuel that you could then run into engine. It's a different type of energy. You put bad things in and good things come out.
We're kind of a skunkworks incubator for emerging energy technologies. It's a combination junkyard DIY fab shop mashed up with some very well-educated engineers, shipping containers all the way around the outside of the compound with a central building that has all the tools, welders, plasma cutters, and so forth. So we can design something, we can engineer it, we can manufacture it, and ship it right out the door. After 5 years of experimenting, we started making something called the Power Pallet. It's about 4 feet wide. It fits in the bed of a pickup truck, and it'll make 20 kilowatts of electricity out of all kinds of organic material. So, end of the road, off the end of the road, remote villages that don't have any electricity in the world and that need it, now they can have it.
Right.
Take this there, drop it off the truck. It's working in 40 minutes.
It's a personal power device.
Community power device. For better or worse, our approach was, let's make a solution that works in the hardest places in the world. If we can make it work there, we can make it work anywhere.
This solves for a lack of access, but it's also a better way to get power, right? It's from an environmental impact standpoint.
Right.
So tell me about that.
What it does is heats up organic material like wood chips or corn cobs, takes out the energy that's embedded in it. The waste product that comes out is this thing called biochar, which in addition to being almost pure carbon, is a great soil supplement, so you can use it as fertilizer. So the net energy cycle is carbon negative. If we're going to solve climate change, we've got to get billions and billions of tons of carbon out of the sky and back into the ground. And this tool does that.
Jesus. So you're providing power to people who don't have it, and you're doing so in a way that is more environmentally sustainable.
And it's cheaper than any of the alternatives.
And it's cheaper. Congratulations, we're done. The episode's over. Thank you very much. This is wonderful. Energy crisis solved. This old method of energy production is having a rebirth amidst our current search for sustainable, clean solutions. Nick, the chief engineer at APL, took us through a hands-on demo of gasification and the Power Pallet.
Well, your fuel goes in here. You can think of this as like a gas tank.
The fuel that goes in here is, it's walnut shells, it's
Walnut shells,
corn,
it's
corn
wood
cobs.
chips, corn cobs, it's coconut husks, whatever you got lying around that's locally available.
That is dry, or?
That's dry and about the size of your thumb.
Okay.
Chunk fuel.
Easy enough.
It begins to get heated in this chamber here and then augured into the gasifier itself. It's then moved into the filter where it's cleaned up and then sent into the engine.
Is it too much to ask to see this kind of in action?
Yeah, it's my favorite part.
So after putting in some walnut shells and heating up the Power Pallet with a basic blowtorch, we were ready to start it up.
If you take down those two dials right there, we'll take both of them to 0.
Can I do it? Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And then this one we're going to open up. That takes the gas to the engine. All right. And then we're going to press this button here, manual mode.
Manual mode.
And then the big green button.
Start. Oh, all right.
Petrol genset is powered by a locally made gasifier. The petrol tank you see has been removed, and fine gas from the gasifier is connected to the carburetor. This locally constructed gasifier is simple, affordable, easy to repair, operate, and secure. An HHO generator, like the one here, stays well used in internal combustion engines for transportation, industry, power generation, mining, and agriculture. When used in a gasification power scheme, the HHO reduces the amount of biomass used. It cleans the exhaust gases and significantly lowers the cost of power production. Renewable energies power the HHO generators, thus making power generation emissions-free.
Community, so Tom could explain how the power pallet would work.
This is rubber tree chips. We're going to put it in this machine. And the engine will make electricity, and then the lights will come on. And then at night, it won't be dark anymore, and you'll have electricity in your home. All right, kick the tires and light the fires, boys.
The work that we get